I wake up early, usually around 5:30 a.m. My phone is on airplane mode. I don't want email or social media pulling me into distraction the instant I open my eyes. The first thing I ask myself isn't what's trending or what's urgent. My first question is, what's the most important lever I can pull today to push humanity forward? Because that's the guiding vector for the rest of the day. I don't dilly-dally. I jump out of bed, no snooze. If you mess around in the morning and hit snooze 5 or 6 times, your mind slows down. I've found a direct route from consciousness to action. Keeps momentum that compounds. I tell my family, one alarm, no negotiation. In the bathroom, my morning routine is functional. Brush, shower, minimalism. I optimize everything. Time spent here is a trade-off. I don't indulge in hours of grooming. For me, efficiency isn't an abstract. It's the foundation of what I do. An extra 15 minutes saved each day adds up to 91 hours a year. By 6 a.m., I'm at my desk. I use a standing desk, no sitting. I find standing improves alertness, focus, and posture. I've heard that its caloric burn is only slightly more than sitting, but mentally it feels like a world of difference. I also change my posture, often move, stretch, walk around between tasks. I don't stay static. First, I scan my day's calendar. Timer blocking is key. Mondays are all hands at Tesla. Tuesdays are factory visits. Wednesdays are SpaceX engineering deep dives. Thursdays are investor and partner meetings. I batch meetings to avoid constant context switching. Every meeting lasts exactly 30 minutes, no more. And if it doesn't have a clear outcome or agenda, I cancel it. That clarity is liberating. Next, I check email quickly, only urgent. I instruct my team, write emails like you're talking to me in person. Use bullet points. State the problem, propose a solution. If it takes more than 1 sentence, reconsider. I reply with the same brevity. If there's a deeper issue, we talk. Email isn't for discussion. My productivity isn't about doing more things. It's about doing the few vital things that have outsized impact. That's first principles, thinking break problems down to the fundamentals, then think upward from there. Questions I ask myself, why are we even doing this project? Does it accelerate us toward sustainable energy or multiplanetary life? Around 7 a.m., I have black coffee. I don't need sugar or cream. If I'm at SpaceX, our on-site coffee is always dark roast, no frills. If I'm at Tesla, sometimes I'll have T. evanescent Camellia sinensis. We all have irrational indulgences. This is mine. Breakfast, it's usually intermittent fasting. Many days I skip breakfast. I eat just once or twice within a 6-hour window. That improves focus, clarity, mood. On rare mornings when I do eat, it's eggs, fruit, and granola functional, plant heavy, no processed sugar. By 7:30, I'm deep into engineering reviews or product strategy. Sometimes I literally jump between dozens of meetings, Starship landing simulations, full self-view driving beta results, gigafactory automation issues. My rule, if I learn something new or can help unblock progress, I stay. Otherwise, I delegate. I trust my teams, but I stay informed. I've fallen in love with asynchronous work. Not everyone needs to be synced at 9 a.m. Engineers send recorded updates, Slack threads, documents with embedded comments. I obsess over decision velocity, not meeting velocity. We move fast, but not recklessly. I hold a standard. If you pass a milestone, it should feel significant, not arbitrary. One unusual hack I use, I schedule time for thinking and reading called deep work blocks. When I started SpaceX, I realized if I don't proactively carve out time to think, everything else crowds out thinking. So I block off 2 hours individually a few times a week. No pings, no phone, no emails, just whiteboards. And questions like, what if we used methane instead of kerosene? Or how do we make the Model S cost effective for mass market. No wasteful decisions like what to wear. I rotate a handful of plain black t-shirts, jeans, hoodies. Decision fatigue is a thing. I eliminate anything trivial so I can focus. Even Steve Jobs taught that. I try to get physical exercise, but with 4 companies, it's tough. So I aim for 2 or 3 20-minute high-intensity workouts per week, push-ups, pull-ups, treadmill sprints, heavy bags at the boring company tunnels. It's enough to raise my heart rate and reset my brain. Sometimes that syncs with lunch, a protein no-shake bar at the office, or a quick salad. Lunch is also functional working meal. Maybe I'm interviewing someone, reviewing supply chain metrics, or doing a video briefing. I've noticed bifurcation. Some people see lunch as a break. I see it as continuation. I don't do lunch break. I'm fuel efficient literally. Afternoon tends to be product demos, technical deep dives, supplier visits, senior engineering, Q&As. Each meeting is designed to answer one question: what decisions need to be made today to move forward? If there's no actionable outcome, I don't attend. Focus is binary. By late afternoon, I do check-ins with leadership teams. I'm big on culture. Great companies are built from the bottom up. I want engineers and factory workers to know I hear them. I'll walk a production floor, ask direct questions. Why lag in that station? What's blocking you? That visibility drives speed and accountability. Late day is often external policymakers, Barclays, national labs, global leaders. When discussing climate policy or Starlink's global rollout, I need to be sharp. So I apply the same time block discipline: 20 minutes prep, 30 minutes meeting, zero fluff. Evenings vary. Some nights I join my kids for dinner. Some nights I'm in a factory until 9 p.m. On nights when my kids are with their mother, I might sit in my office drawing orbiter schematics with engineers or reviewing the latest autopilot logs. I read scientific papers, watch rocket test footage, annotate design diagrams. This is energy, not work. Energy flows from curiosity. I check email one more time, sorting out what needs reply and flagging what can wait. I instruct my team: if my response hasn't come by morning, assume permission granted. They move forward without me. That's delegated empowerment. Bedtime, around 11 p.m., no phone in bed. I might read philosophy or physics, Aristotle, Maxwell, Feynman. I like to refocus my brain on fundamental understanding rather than distraction. I aim for 6 hours of sleep, not because I'm proud of it, but because it's enough. Quality matters more than quantity. If I was at SpaceX on a launch campaign, I might sleep less. If I'm resting between Tesla Model X rollouts, I'll sleep more. I pay the sleep debt quickly. At night, I reflect on 2 questions. What did I learn today? And what surprised me? If the answers are nothing and nothing, I know I've been coasting. Every morning, I wake up and start again. I've described my routine in detail not to present a formula for perfection, but to share a philosophy. Align your daily habits with your highest goals. Time block ruthlessly, eliminate trivial decisions, build in deep work, move your body, and read widely. Ask big questions, pursue progress in imperceptible increments every single day. And if you want advice, automate yourself out of trivial work, then spend that newly freed time tackling the real challenge. In my case, that challenge is colonizing Mars. Yours may be different, but the principles are the same. Clarity of purpose, energy management, focus on high leverage action, and perpetual learning. If you think this routine is extreme, maybe it is, but progress to humanity's next frontier isn't linear. It's exponential, and it starts with what you do when no one is watching.